Hello, I'm Lorenzo Peruzzi, and this is my video presentation for Culture in Context. In this slide, I will talk about the Italian and Belgian culture. I divide in three topics: basic information, Ghent and Florence, and stereotypes. Let's start about the first topic. Italy is an Italian parliamentary republic in Europe with 61 million inhabitants and is located in the heart of the Mediterranean Sea. Italy has a largely temperate seasonal and Mediterranean climate. That's probably explain why Italy is the first and biggest country about tourism. And the twist shape is often referred in Italy as lo stivale. Italy, as you can see in this slide, is 10 times the size of Belgium. The population is 60 million and the density is 200 people per kilometer square. That is more or less half of the Belgium density. Now in this slide you can see some numbers that relate Italy and Belgium. Okay. For example, in Italy we make less money and there are less jobs. Also, we made less children, rate of the population. We consume less electricity, and we live below the poverty line. I think that all of these phenomena are explained for the immigration that brings a lot of poor people, but also increase the number of adult people. Also because the people live quite well in Italy, and we die very late. So for this there are less children, because related to the grown-up people, they are less. But at least in Italy there are a lot of coastline, and that is another reason that explains a lot of tourists come in our country. Roman Empire. As you can see, Roman Empire was very large, including a lot of country. And that was astonishing if we think when it happened, like a lot of years ago, when there wasn't technology, possibility to communicate each other like now, no? And also the Roman Empire brings to the other countries a lot of new things, like how to make rocks, bridges, spurs, theater and aqueduct, but also a new excellent legal system. So all of this to say that Italy influenced a lot of other countries, and it was a very powerful country in the past. And Belgium actually it's a very small and doesn't have a good influence to the other country, but at least it received a lot of influence. So we can say that in Belgium, even if it's small, include a lot of culture, and that is quite cool. Second topic, Ghent and Florence. Why Ghent and Florence? Because I lived in both this city. Florence is my city, where I live. And both has been two of important cities during the past. Ghent, during the Middle Age, has been the biggest city in the Europe, after Paris. And that's because it used the confluence of two rivers, okay, to make energy and made fabric to produce clothes. And thanks to the production of clothes, they improve themselves, their city, and it becomes very big and very important during the Middle Age. Florence instead has been a very important city after the Middle Age, during the Renaissance. Indeed, Renaissance, it means rebirth, new life. Get out to the darkness of the Middle Age and find value to the art and culture. Instead, Florence give birth to new figurative art, painting, sculpture, architecture, but also give value to the science like medicine, philosophy, law, and literature. Let's talk about the Florentine people: Dante Alighieri, Galileo Galilei, Michelangelo Buonarroti, and Leonardo da Vinci. Dante Alighieri was an Italian poet and writer. It's very famous in all the world for the Divine Comedy, La Divina Commedia, because it's a very amazing story. But also it has been very important for Italy, because thanks to his poem, it brings the Florentine language as main language for all the Italy, because in Italy we have a lot of dialect, but our language, the Florentine, the Tuscany, is the main language, the Italian language. Galileo Galilei has been a physicist, philosopher, astronomer, and mathematician. And he brings the modern science. So if before we think about things like, I don't know, the things burn or are made thanks to God, or we have to reflect using the philosophy and so on, now we start to reflect how the things are made. Okay, we want to study, we want to figure out what there is around ourselves. And also, he invented the telescope. And the telescope has been very important to look outside in the space and find out how the universe works, and not only the Earth. Michelangelo Buonarroti has been a very important sculptor, painter, and architect. So it's been very important because it brings a lot of art in our country, and things made Italy one of best rich country for art, architecture, and so on. Not only thanks to Michelangelo Buonarroti, but he was one of the most important to that. And Leonardo da Vinci is being very famous, as we know, because he was the first one to made very important discovery, like concept of astronomy and anatomy, but also concept of aerodynamics. So even year before that man discovered the medicine, the anatomy, but also invent the first airplane, Da Vinci found out very important things, and he influenced, so thanks to that, a lot of future science, but also a lot of future artists, because it was also a very important artist. And for conclude, Life is Beautiful, La vita è bella, probably one of the best movie ever made, and my favorite movie with Forrest Gump, okay? And Life is Beautiful talks a story about a man, how he, like, his life, and how at the end he finished in a concentration camp, okay? This is very few what I say. You have to see these movies to really appreciate, because it's amazing how he found out to show the concentration camp in a different way, to not let feel fear to his son that was also in the concentration camp with him. You really have to see this movie because it's amazing. Third topic, stereotypes. Belgium, Italy has a lot of big stereotypes about food, about political system, about different northern suit, about the people. Okay. About gastronomy, we think that Flemish people only eat chocolate, French fries, beer, mussel, and waffles. That's not true, but of course they are very proud of this food because it comes from their country, and they really eat a lot of them, but not only them. Instead, Italy, it's quite true that we eat a lot of pizza and pasta, because also we are proud of our food, but we have a very balanced diet. So even if we eat like a lot of pasta, like at least 5 days for a week, our diet is very balanced and we eat very healthy. About political system, oh, it's true. Italy and Belgium has a very complicated political system. As you can see in the first image, you can see how the Northern Suit have had different opinion during the recently political election. Okay, and the Flemish, as we know, he has 6 parliaments, 6 government, each for language, countries, and so on. And this, yeah, made very complicated the situation. And I don't think that is very positive for both the country. Northern Suit in Italy, they have different opinions between them. Like we think that people in the Sud are more lazy, are more related to religion. They like I don't know, sexist pigs, the men, the Sud. Instead, the men of the North are more mama's boys, think more about money, work, and so on. Actually, I think that this difference are less strong. Okay, we remove this difference during the time, but some of the stereotypes are still alive. Yes, that's true. and we still have to, and this also is related to different dialect, different culture that are quite strong. This difference in Italy is true. And in Belgium, yeah, you know, when you know the difference, know what Wallons think about Flemish, know what Flemish think about Wallon. That Flemish are vulgar, no Flemish but here refuse to speak it, and Flemish that are lazy, arrogant, and so on. Character, Belgium are stupid. I don't think that Belgium really stupid, but they have a big sense of humor and they take joke of themselves. And that maybe seems that they are stupid, but it's not true. It's just that they want to take joke of them to like that's because they like it. Okay, and they made a lot of movies and other things related to that. Italian are impulsive, likely, and passionate. I don't think that all the Italian are really has the abroad they describe us, but it's true that some of them are in this way. And it may appear bad if we think that they're not reflective, they act before to think. But if we think that they are like very emotive and very passionate, well, in that case, I think that is something very good, isn't it? Ok, that's it. Thanks for watching, grazie per la visione, and bye bye.